towards the end of this session. So your feedback should be based on the learning, okay, and the way of teaching. It should not be based on, I was not able to log in into this portal, this is why I'm giving 1 rating. Please don't do that. You guys are professionals, and I think you have that understanding. Okay, I was going through the feedback and I was a bit disheartened. There were some people who saying that I was not able to sign into Chat GPT. That is why I did not like the session. This is so basic. Okay, so let's not do that. Okay, another important thing that I'm saying. See, understand everyone. You guys are working professionals. Everyone is a working professional here. Now, understand one thing, why we have different sessions for different AI tools. Some of you might be working, let's say if I take the example of a technical person, okay? Let's say I take an example of a technical question. Rekha, please don't act like it's a recorded session, okay? It's always a record. This is always a live session, okay? Understand one thing, guys, everyone. Uh, you would have seen that many tech companies are actually laying off people, correct? The people and the tech companies are laying off people because of AI, correct? Now, why is that so? In yesterday's session, I have mentioned that uh, like AI can do almost everything, but AI cannot replace humans. It will assist the people. It will assist the humans, correct? If you remember this thing. Now, when I say this thing, of course, AI is helping you. AI is helping you to improve your productivity. This is for everyone. Please pay attention for next 2 minutes. Okay? AI is going to help you improve your productivity. That is very, very important. Okay. Now, if I take the example of technical people here, okay. Earlier, without AI, there were dedicated teams of developers, and then there was a dedicated team of QA, the testers. Now, have you seen this change over the past few months that even the developers are expected to do some sort of testing? The roles of QE has actually reduced, okay, in the companies, and not many companies are actually hiring for the QA roles. You would have seen this thing. Okay? A lot of you would have experienced this thing, right? Now, why is that so? This is because as AI has come into the picture, okay, as AI has come into the world, it has made many things easier. And in order to survive, in order to thrive in this world of AI, you are expected to be good at it. Okay? So you should be all rounders. It is an expectation because AI is helping you do almost everything. So if there is a video editor in this class, if you are saying that I only want to learn video editing, okay, then AI is soon going to replace you. You should be focusing on other things also. Okay, you should be focusing on other things. This is why this entire course is planned in such a way that it covers almost every domain. Okay, towards the end, I'll also talk about the next sessions, okay, that you'll be having, right? So you need to focus that you need to understand that you should be able to do almost everything, and this is the reason why I try to pick up examples from different domains. Okay, legal, financial, data analysis, technical, and all that, right? So focus on the learning part. And one thing that I've learned with my level of experience so far is anything that you learn, even a single meaning of a word, of a new word that you learn, will never go waste. Will never go waste. It will help you in some way or the other. Okay, it will help you some way or the other. So even if you are learning something new from some other person's domain, that is going to help you somewhere or the other. So always be open to learning. Okay, this is something that I've learned over the past few years of my experience. Okay, with that, let's get started with today's topic. Okay, today's topic will be on Claude extensively, right? We will be discussing all different types. Some features, unfortunately, will be in the paid version, so you might get disheartened, but don't worry. I'll try to demonstrate in the best way possible, and there will be some examples that I'll be taking up for the free versions as well. Okay. Now, today, I'll explain you the complete agenda that I'm going to pick up. Now, today is going to be an entire journey ठीक है, where we will be picking up documents, we'll be analyzing documents, we will be working with documents, we'll be working with images and whatnot. Then we will also be building our own websites. We'll be building presentations. We'll be building up social media posts and all that. All that we are going to do, and we are also going to try automating some of the stuffs with Claude. So I hope you are very excited for that. And with that, let's move forward. Right, everyone, please pay attention. Those who have just joined, we are just starting. You have not missed anything. During while the time I'm teaching, please keep your eyes here and brain here. I'll be responding to your questions at the checkpoint. Okay. Cool. So I think this slide is something which I've showed even yesterday. So I'm not going to go through it in very much detail, right? But this is how AI has evolved over the couple of years, right? It was very basic. It was machine learning basics and all that, NLP and all that in the early 2010s, right? Then eventually we have grown, and in somewhere around 2022 the LLMs came in. LLMs is large language models like ChatGPT, Claude, and etc. The basic versions of them came into the picture, right? Which were capable of doing something. Okay? And what was that something? That was generating new content. And that is where the major breakthrough in the field of AI came in. That was generative AI. Generative AI is the field of AI where our agent or our model, AI model, is able to actually generate something new. It is not just limited to classifying or prediction. It is able to generate new, whether it is documents, whether it is data, whether it is images and whatnot. So we are living in the world where generative AI is the new AI norm, right? And then these ChatGPT and LLM models became more proficient day by day, year by year. And now we are in this world, 2026, where it is not just important to know about AI. It is important how we can effectively use AI, right? In all the different tools. Okay. Now, some of you might argue that my office does not allow me to use Claude. That is always not the case. In next few months, it is quite possible if you are using Copilot currently, your office might shift to using Claude. So you should be well aware of this. So everyone, please pay attention. Okay. So this is what I've already shown yesterday as well. What is generative AI? Those who have joined new, I'll just quickly reiterate for them. What is generative AI? Generative AI is basically like unlike traditional AI, where we were able to classify a email as a spam or a non-spam, classify an image into a cat or a dog. This was simple. Okay, this was simple. But today, generative AI, we are able to actually generate new content, generate new images, generate new videos, generate new documents, and all of that stuff, right? So this is what is generative AI. Okay, and how do we do that? LLMs, large language models. Okay. Now, what basically a lot of you have doubts like how actually LLMs are working. Okay, how actually LLMs are working. So this is a simple example to make you understand how LLMs work. LLMs basically are models, large language models. The reason why they are called large language models is because they are trained on a very large amount of data, billions of data, okay, from every domain, from tech, non-tech, professional, and everything that you can think of, stock market, trading, hospitality, healthcare. Just think about it. It is trained on every sort of data. Okay, that is why it can give you so much of efficient results. So it is trained on very vast text. Okay. How does it actually work? Okay. It is basically mathematics internally. Okay, it is actually mathematics internally. How does it work? So basically, when you like you would have seen the early AI tools, right? The early AI tools. For example, Grammarly, when it had come into the picture, right? Uh, Grammarly, okay, you would have seen that it actually used to predict the next word. Even Gmail brought this feature, right? You write something and then it predicted the next word. Okay, that is also AI. So this is also how LLMs work. When you start typing something, it tries to, because it is trained on a very large text, right? Large set of data, it can predict the next word or the next token. And that is how it can give you the results. And that is how it generates new text and everything. Okay, this is how it works. Okay, another important thing, it is actually synthesizing. It is actually synthesizing new data. It is not reusing some storage data. There is no database which an LLM has. It has only knowledge. There is no database where it is just retrieving that data. Okay. It is actually generating new content. So this is where the brain of the computer or the brain of the LLM actually comes into the picture. The LLM is not just a model which is retrieving some data from database and giving out to you. No, there is actually an intelligence unit, okay, that is actually working to synthesize or to generate new data, new content, and then give it to you. Okay. And this is the reason why every time, let's say I ask something to ChatGPT, and if you give the same exact prompt to ChatGPT, every one of us will get different results. Okay? It will give us different results. It will not give us the same result because it is not directly picking up from a database. I hope that makes sense, right? Okay, cool. I'll come to tokens and context windows in some time. Okay, when we do an actual uh, like walk through the code, okay, Claude code. Okay, but let's understand one major important thing, okay, which a lot of you have confusion with. What are AI assistants and what are AI agents? A lot of you get confused with this. Okay, what are AI assistants and what are AI agents? Okay. Now imagine, let's take a real life example. A lot of like esteemed people, like let's say if you talk about CEOs or anyone, they have assistants with them. They have assistants, correct? What do? They are like agents. Are they agents or they are assistants? These are two different terms that I'm going to clear now. Assistants are basically helping you out. So AI assistants are helping you out, but you have to tell them. They don't have the power to take decisions on your behalf. You need to provide them an exact workflow. Okay, you need to provide an exact workflow. Okay, go to, let's say if you want to ask a simple example, let's say uh, there's a child, you want him to go and buy something from the market. What are you going to tell him? Go to this particular shop, ask that person to give you this particular thing and come back. So you are actually defining the entire process. So this is what an AI assistant also does. Okay. You are giving it a workflow. You are giving it a workflow. Okay. On the other hand, if you talk about an AI agent, agent has the brain to decide what it has to do. So you are just telling an AI agent a goal. For example, on the other hand, to that particular child, you can say, get me something. Okay, get me this thing from the market. Now you are not telling him, go to this particular shop, ask this person to give you this particular thing and come back. You are not defining the workflow. Okay. Let's say if I take a technical example, okay, AI assistant. For example, if you are booking a cab, okay, if you are booking a cab on Uber, let's say you have an assistant which is trying to book a cab. Okay, you would have seen sometime or the other you would have booked a cab on Uber. What happens if some driver does not accept your ride? It times out. The request to the driver times out, and you have to re-request that. Correct? So AI assistant also works the same way. It will try to book a cab, but if it is not booked, it will just respond back saying that the cab is not booked. Okay, please try again later. But on the other hand, AI agent will be smart enough to do this entire flow for you. What is the goal that you are giving? You are giving it a goal to book the cab. So that it will keep the goal in mind. So if anything happens in between, for example, the timeout happens, it will retry on its own. It will retry on its own, and it will stop only when the result is achieved. Is that clear, everyone? Is that clear? Now, someone is again saying that it is agentic AI. So, agentic AI is a field of AI where you work with agents. Inside agentic AI, there are agents who are working. Okay, I hope that makes it clear. Okay, cool. So I hope now you will remember the difference between AI assistant and AI agents. Okay, cool. All right, let's move ahead. The very important point now, introduction to Claude, right? I would first want you to go through, directly open this Claude AI in your systems. Okay, this is the browser version of it. You can quickly go through this, open this link quickly. I'll answer your queries at the end, guys. Okay. Not able to see my screen? Tushar, please rejoin. I hope everyone is able to see the screen. In Ola. Okay, cool. If you are Tushar, if you are facing issue, please rejoin. Okay. I hope everyone is able to open this. Okay. Now see, isn't this very similar? Isn't this? Yeah, if you have not logged in, it is asking you to log in. Please log in. Okay. If it is asking you to log in, please log in. Okay, I'll change the appearance to white. I hope it is better now. Okay, cool. Isn't this interface very similar to ChatGPT and Copilot? Okay. So this is something which is a standard. You see this interface everywhere. There is a text box where you write the prompt. This is the place where you do a lot of different stuffs. We are going to explore these options in some time. Okay. And this is where you select the models. There are different models. Okay. There are different models. Okay. And this is where you give audio prompt. If you don't want to write, you can give an audio prompt. Okay. And this is where it will read out the responses. This is where it will read out the responses. Okay. Now, everyone pay attention. Let's say if I give something. Okay, everyone, please quickly log in if you have not already logged in. I'll just give you one more minute. Okay, cool. Let's move ahead. Okay. So this is where you actually ask what you want. Okay. A simple way, okay, type something in the chat. Tell me about AI agents. It will give you the results. Okay. It will give you the results. Okay. So this is something that it is giving you. Now you type in something. Okay. You type in something and it will give you the result. This is simple Claude chat where you are just having a one-on-one conversation. Okay. One-on-one conversation. Next thing, you look at this plus sign. You can attach files. Okay. You can attach photos. You can take a screenshot. All these things, projects, I'm going to explain in some time. Skills is also something which we are going to discuss. Connectors, we are going to discuss in very much detail. Very, very important for us and for everyone, right? Plugins is something which is very similar to connectors. I'll also talk about that. Okay, cool. Now, the very important point again here, the Sonnet 5 that you see. Okay, the Sonnet 5. One second, guys. There are a lot of Rahul. My screen is visible. It is shared. If you are not able to see, please rejoin. Okay. Uh, and all these options are available in the free version. I am on the free version myself. Okay, so if I show you at the bottom left, okay, I'm on the free version. I'm not using anything, any paid version. Okay, Rajneesh. Okay, cool. Now, Sonnet 5, what is this? Sonnet 5 is basically one of the models, one of the models. So what you see here is an interface. Okay, this is an interface that is exposing you to use different AI models. Okay, in the backend, okay, in the backend, what model is being used currently? It is currently Sonnet 5 model. Sonnet 5 model. Okay. Now, let me talk about the models here that you usually see. Okay. That you usually see. The first one is Haiku 4.5. Haiku 4.5. Okay. This is what you see here. Haiku 4.5. What is this used for? What is this used for? It is basically used for quick chats. Okay. Quick queries, fastest and minimum cost, most cost effective. Team, please share the link. Okay. Haiku is a very basic model. Okay, if you want to have simple conversation with it without any deep research on any particular topic, simple image generation or simple things, you can use the Haiku model. It is very, very basic, not very advanced. Okay. And if it is very basic, it will consume less tokens. What are tokens? I'll explain. Okay. In simple words, you can just understand money because you are going to pay money for it. No AI tool is absolutely free. No AI tool is absolutely free. You might be on the free version for now. After few days, okay, you will be charged. And what money you pay, every request that you give, every request that you pay, okay, it will charge you money for that. Ojasvi, please pay attention here. I said I'll take up your questions later. Please don't spam in the chat. Okay. So this is the Haiku model, the simplest one. Okay. Consider Haiku as a fresher. Fresher is paid less and his expertise is also less. Okay. Then you have Sonnet. You have Sonnet. Sonnet is a mid-level engineer who has some years of experience. Of course, it is better than Haiku, and it is still less than the principal scientists and all that. Okay, so this Sonnet 4.6, it is best for everyday use. It is fast, it is smart, and it does all sorts of tasks. Okay, but it will consume more tokens. It is a bit more smarter than Haiku. Okay, then we have the Opus. Then we have the Opus. Opus is more like a very senior professional who has a lot of experience, who goes in very much detail about everything. Okay, it will not give you results instantly. It will take some time because he thinks from all perspectives. So Opus is a very strong model. Opus is a very strong model. Okay, so when you are dealing with, let's say, data analysis, if you are dealing with code generation that we are going to do today, when you are dealing with a lot of report generation and everything, this is Opus. Actually select Haiku for that because Haiku will also write good quality essays. Okay? Only when, let's say, you're dealing with complex documents, specifically for the tech people, if you're dealing with complex code bases and everything, okay, then in that case, try to use Opus because it will give you a lot of better results. Okay. So HR people, you can also use Sonnet is good enough for you. Okay. And I'll take up some use cases for you guys as well. Okay. Let me connect to my charger. Okay. A lot of people are concerned. Just give me a minute. Okay, cool. So if I talk about other domains, for example, if I talk about marketing, sales, HR, teaching, and all that, you don't really need to get into Opus model. Okay, you don't need to get into Opus model. You can directly use the Sonnet. It will be good enough for you. Okay, all different domains. Opus is specifically, you can just understand it in this way. Opus is for the tech people. Okay, others can do it really well with Sonnet also. Okay, this includes everything. This includes everything, data analysis and everything. You can use Sonnet for that. Does that make sense? Now, please don't ask every single domain. Tech people use Opus for code base. Others, you can use Sonnet. Happy? Okay, cool. Let's move ahead. Now, everyone, yeah, let's understand what Claude can actually do. What can Claude actually do? Can it write text? Yes, it can write new text. That we'll see the first example. Can it upload or analyze files? Yes, it will upload and analyze the files. I'll take an example for that as well. Then can it write code? Yes, it can write code. This is also that we are going to do today. Forget the tech people alone. We are also going to help you build websites for you using Claude. Okay, we are going to build website today in class. Okay. Then there are agents. I think yesterday we discussed about Claude projects, right? We created Claude project. Not, I don't, okay, we did. Okay. No, I'll explain you that. No worries. I'll explain. Vision, it can analyze everything. It can analyze everything. Okay. It can analyze the images. I'll take one example for this. And then there are projects which are basically, again, similar to new agents that we can create. Okay. Understand one thing. When I say that Claude can do almost everything, okay, Claude can do almost everything, but there are certain limitations always. Okay, there are limitations. As we have already discussed, that there are a lot of limitations. When every time uh, Claude can, first of all, Claude is an AI tool, as we have discussed. And yesterday also I've stated this thing. Claude or any AI tool for that matter can state wrong facts very confidently. Okay. It can state wrong facts very confidently. So AI can make mistakes, not just Claude. Any AI can make mistakes. Okay. So you need to be very cautious about it. And it does not have persistent memory. For example, I'll show you here. Okay. For example, uh, let's say I open up a new chat. Yeah. I open up a new chat here. Everyone, please pay attention. I say that my name is Rohit and I stay in Bengaluru. Okay? This is something which I've told. Okay? This is something which I've told it. Now let me see this thing. Okay? Let me delete this chat. I've deleted this chat. And now if I open up a new chat and say, can you tell me where am I from? Will it be able to answer this? Let's see. See. Okay. I don't actually know where are you from. Okay. That's not something I can process. Okay. But this has actually gone through the location. This has actually gone through the location now. But let's say, on the other hand, if I would have told it this thing, I am basically from Nagpur, okay, Maharashtra. Okay, I have given it this information now. Okay, because in the previous case, it took an exam, like it took the current location. Now I go ahead and delete this and I open up a new chat and say, where am I from? Will it be able to tell me? Let's see what it does. Okay, cool. So see, this is what it has told me. Okay. I don't have any personal background info about you saved. Okay. So now understand, this is what I've told you. This has limitations. This is the knowledge cutoff. What do I mean by knowledge cutoff or persistent memory? Okay. No persistent memory. Even though when I told it that I am from Nagpur, okay, I deleted it because I did not want to keep that, because otherwise it would have referred to that memory. But can I expect that it will remember that? I just deleted the chat, but my model should have remembered that. Do I expect that? No. Okay? This is the reason it is a limitation. So tomorrow, let's say if you are doing some chat with AI, okay, and 6 months later you come back and ask it the same question, it might not remember that. So this is again a limitation. This is again a limitation. Okay. If I don't delete the chat, it might still remember. It might remember. Okay. So this is something that you need to understand. Hallucinations. What do we mean by hallucinations? Claude can state incorrect facts confidently. This is what I've already told you yesterday as well. Okay. Claude can state, or any AI tool for that matter, it can state incorrect facts very confidently. I had given you an example as well, right? We discussed the example of whey protein. What are the benefits of whey protein? It was stating down the benefits. And in the next prompt, I asked, what are the disadvantages? It gave me the disadvantages. So it is stating all the wrong facts very confidently. Okay. Should I take protein or not? It will say, yes, take protein. Okay. So this is something which is always there. So this is what is meant by hallucination. Okay. Then it cannot browse. It cannot browse. Without the web search enabled, Claude does not know what happened last week. So what is this? I'll tell you. So if you click on this button, if you click on this button, the plus button, there is this web search enabled. So what it does is, okay, let's say a very recent thing that has happened in India. Okay, I have enabled the web search here and I say it, or let me disable it. Did Dharmendra Pradhan resign? Okay, let's see what it does. Now see, I don't have any record of Dharmendra Pradhan resigning as my last reliable information. Okay, now see, everyone pay attention. It is not updated. It is not updated. It is giving that the last time it had reliable information. It is January 2026. Now let's try this thing. Okay. I'll enable the web search option here, everyone, and then I say, did Dharmendra Pradhan resign? And let's see, do we see a change? See, now it is giving me an actual result. Okay, now it is giving me an actual result. Why? Because when we enable this web search option, what it does, it is actually referring to the internet resources available, and it is giving you the updated data. It is giving you the current affair data. Is that clear, everyone? Is that clear? Does it make sense, everyone? Now you see the difference between web search and without using the web search. Okay. It is not by default because not everyone likes it. Okay. Cool. So you can actually understand everything. It has every information. It has every information. When did he resign? Why did he resign? And all that with the web search enabled, because it is actually going onto the web and getting that information. Okay. All right. Cool. So web search option is clear to everyone. Okay. I'll quickly repeat for everyone. Please make sure you are understanding. So if you click on this plus sign at the bottom, okay, there is a if you click on this plus sign, you'll see this web search enabled. If you enable this web search, it will give you updated results, current affairs. It will give you current affairs. But if you disable this, as in the previous chat that we did, the time when its data, the data of Claude was last updated, okay, it was January 2026. It was January 2026. So this is when it was last trained. Okay. It will not give you the updated data. Okay. Is it type of RAG? Yes, it is a type of RAG. Okay. Pranoti asks who updates the data. LLMs are already the people who have generated, right? For example, Claude is owned by Anthropic. So Anthropic keeps on updating this, updating the model. Okay. Cool. So I hope the web search is clear to everyone. Okay. Cool. Now I'll take a checkpoint. It's 45 minutes now. Let's take a checkpoint and I'll take up questions from you. 5 minutes. Others, you can have a short water break. Those who have questions, quickly ask. I will pick questions at random. I'm not reading out the names. I'm just reading the question. So don't think I'm favoring anyone. Okay. Doing that, is it using a connector? No, Manoj, it is not using any connector. I haven't covered connector yet. Parikshit, depends on you. Okay. You can use both, will give you the same results. What is the research option? Udit, we'll discuss that. Webhub, Sonnet 5 will consume more tokens. I have a doubt. Does Fable 5 any tire? Yes, it is on the pro version. Is this because of the new version we use, or this is true for every Ramji? For QA automation, the best tool is Opus. Yes, Swapna. Claude is better than ChatGPT. I would say yes personally. Okay. Are LLM and AI same? LLM AI is basically a domain. Ojasvi LLM is one type of model in the AI field. Does this have access to paywall pages as well? No, no. It does not have access. Can we create an app through Claude? Chandrasekhar will be creating an app through Claude. What is Anthropic? Anthropic is the parent company of Claude. Swapnil, show the voice command part once, please. Prasun, try it out. Give it a prompt. Can you tell me who is the current education minister? Instead of typing in the chat, you can just use this option. This is something which you can also try. I have doubt does okay, I have answered this. What is different from Claude and Copilot? These are two different tools, Dheeraj. The difference between Claude and Copilot is the same. What is the difference between Ola and Uber? The same difference between Swiggy and Zomato. These are competitors providing the same services. Query pick automatically. If we select auto, will the query pick automatically if my query required deep knowledge? No, Gopu. Mohan, just check it out on the website. You can go to an Claude website and check. That is something which you can do. Is there a way to save our basic details as setup? Yes, Shekhar, I'll tell you that. Can resolve, yes, Ishan, you can do that. Where to delete chats? Click on this chat, okay, and then delete. Okay, go to this. It will list down all the chats and delete whichever you want. Any way to get paid version of Claude? Yes, Ankur, you'll have to pay money. You'll get the paid version. From where did you create PPT? Okay, I'm not going to answer that. Which tool is better to use for India stock market analysis? Satpal, you can use Claude. I just got some setting option for updating memory. Will you please? Which tool is better? Okay, I've answered this. Automatically shift between models as per complexity. No, Webhub, there is no way. Okay, okay. Train GPT. Why do you want to train GPT, Rishabh? As the same is supporting with your data available in Microsoft. Okay, please keep your questions very clear. You can create agents with almost every model. Can we create agents? Yes, we can create. Fable 5 is available. No, Fable 5 is not available in free version. If we purchase the subscription of Claude, then also the credits will get exhausted like unpaid one. Yes, Hirel, definitely. Is data privacy protected? Yes, definitely it is protected. They follow a concept of MCP that I am going to discuss. Claude code download required, or can I use? You can use Web Jignesh. I paid version. We have different plan. Which one you suggest? Rahul, you can ask me at the end. Kapol, yes, it is used for IoT programming as well. What images? Why images were changed while uploading and tried to design the poster? Which Satish? Which one? In which Sripada, if you want to use updated information like current affairs, you can do a deep research option. Okay, you can do a deep research option. Web search enabled. If you want basic options like write an essay on father or mother or anything like that, which will not change based on the current data, then in that case, you can disable the web search. Harsh Sharma, video generation, that will be covered. Why images? Okay, would you... Pallavi, why do you want to go into the details of Anthropic? That is something you can self-learn, right? Did this pass the which one? Anti-plagiarism test? No. So I'll tell you one important thing, guys, everyone. Okay, one important thing. So I see a lot of companies, okay? Some people think that we'll generate something using AI and no one will know about it. The answer is no. A lot of companies have been working to include a metadata in that any content that you are generating that marks it as AI generated. Okay, this is something that you need to keep in mind. Okay, so never misuse AI generated data. How can we use Claude in stock market? Kiran, we have just started. Please pay attention. What about Connect? Zakir, we have just started. I'll explain. Is it provides Terraform? Terraform, I think, is from Microsoft, right, Suman? So Copilot will be the one that will be more suitable. Which AI tool can create interactive PPTs? Srushti, I'll demonstrate that here. Claude can work for Excel task or not? Samarth, yes, it will work. We'll take. Okay. Let's move ahead now. Okay, I've taken a couple of questions. Others I'll answer in the next checkpoint. Okay. Let's move ahead with the session now. Okay. Let's start with prompt engineering. We have covered. I'm not going to go into details of it. Okay. Let's take the very first example. Okay, you guys can work on the browser version, absolutely fine. I'll be using the web version of it. Okay, please come here. Okay, please pay attention here. Okay, please pay attention here. Let's focus and then we will, I'll take up more questions. Okay, cool. Now imagine one thing. Okay, let's say if I want to write an email, when was the last time you wrote emails by yourself? When was the last time you wrote emails by yourself without using AI? Okay, I see a lot of people saying yesterday and today, but there are a majority of people who are saying that they have created like years back, 1 year, 6 months, something like that, right? Because thanks to generative AI, it is able to create all sorts of email, not just professional emails. Let's say if you want to write something, okay, to your friend, so it has to be in a funny way. Okay, AI can do that. You just give it a style, it will generate an email. Let's say if you want it completely, entirely professional, it will do that for you. Now, let's suppose I'll take a very simple example. Don't go on the example, but understand the capability. Let's say I want to write an email. Can you write an email? And this is available in the free version, guys. So you can also try it on your own. Okay, in the browser, okay, open a new chat and then you can start writing. All right, cool. So can you write an email to invite my friend? I'll pick some name from the chat here. Ronak. Okay, Ronak. For dinner at my place on 27th July 2026. Okay. Let's say it will write an email. Let's see what it does. I'm not muted. Nilesh, check your mic. Okay. See, this is, don't like, just ignore the name. I'm using the P10X Teams account. So this is, you can just ignore that. Okay. But see, this has created an email. But has it sent it? What is still not automated? What is still not automated? What I need to do now, it has generated an email, definitely. But what I need to do is I need to copy this. Then I will have to go to my Gmail account. Okay, I'll have to log in. Okay. And then I will have to create this email here, compose this email, paste it here, and then send. Correct? Is it still not a manual work that I'm doing, switching between multiple applications? Right? Is this not the manual work that I'm doing? Can I optimize this? Can I automate it in some way? So what do I need to do? When I want to automate this, the very first thing that I need to do is to be able to connect Claude, because Claude is not going to send the email, everyone. Claude is not going to send the email. Who is going to send the email? The Gmail service. Okay. So Gmail is a tool who is going to send the email. Okay. It has that infrastructure. What I only need to do is I need to connect my Claude with Gmail so that Claude can send that email to the Gmail app, which will be responsible for sending it out. Correct? So what we need to do is we need to connect Claude with Gmail. Correct? Let's see how we can do that. Now, a lot of you will ask, can we connect Outlook? The answer is no. And the reason is very simple. It is very simple. Who is the parent company of Claude? Tell me. Who is the parent company of Claude? Anthropic. Correct. who is Outlook belongs to which company? Outlook belongs to Microsoft, correct? Does Microsoft has its own AI tool, Copilot, correct? Which is very similar to the Claude. So why will Microsoft allow people to go to Claude? Will it not promote or put a limitation to be able to connect Outlook and M365 apps in Copilot only, right? Does that make sense? Okay, understood why we cannot connect? Okay. But are there ways? Are there ways we can connect? Yes, there are ways. There are ways. Not for the personal use. There are MCP servers and setup. Probably at the end, I can give you a video which can help you do that. Okay. I'll share it as a resource on the LMS portal. Okay. Cool. So we will be using Gmail tool. Now, how do I want to connect any third-party application which is available, okay, with my Claude application or the browser, even the browser version? So this is where the concept of connectors comes into the picture. Everyone, this is the place where the concept of connectors comes into the picture. So connectors is a feature provided by Claude that helps you connect third-party applications with Claude. Okay. Now click on this and then you say, take a click on this plus sign. You want the light theme. Is this better now? Okay, cool. Those who are asking why Google also has Gemini and all that, I'll tell you. ठीक है, उसका भी है. Click on this plus sign. You will be able to see this connectors option. You will be able to see this connectors option. Okay, it will open up a menu and see add connector. Click on this and then browse connectors. A tab will open up for you. And in the search bar above, search for Gmail. Search for Gmail. I'm repeating this workflow. Everyone, please pay attention. Click on this plus sign. You will see this connectors option. This is there in free version. Don't ask, it is not in the free version. It is definitely there in the free version. Okay, add connector, browse connector. Click on this and then go for Gmail. Okay, click on this plus. Okay, mine is automatically connected. So let me disconnect and I'll connect it again. Okay, so you'll be able to see this connect option. So click on this and it will ask you to connect. Sorry, give me just a minute. I'll have to reach out to the team. Okay, just give me a minute. Don't worry, this is going to be simple for you. Just give me a minute. You go here, it will ask you to sign in using your email ID. Just connect. It is safe. It is absolutely safe. Okay, now once you connect, okay, once you connect, what will happen is if you go back, okay, there are two things. If you are on the browser version, I would want everyone to refresh the page. I would want everyone to refresh the page. If you are on the desktop version, once you connect successfully, relaunch the application. This is a limitation currently that it automatically does not get updated. Okay, it will automatically not get updated. So if you are on the desktop version, refresh it. Okay, sorry, relaunch it. And if you are on the browser, just refresh this page for the connector to take action. The next thing that you can do is once this is done, let me know in the chat quickly. Asking for access of what? If it's asking for access, give it access. It's absolutely free and safe. Don't worry that it will steal your data and all that. No worries. Okay. Once you have connected, okay, once you have connected, I see a lot of people have already connected. Now try to change it. Now try to change the prompt. Okay. What I want you to do is, can you draft an email in my Gmail account? Okay. One thing which I can still see if it is working because I have not refreshed it, because I have not relaunched this application, I'll just take a chance that if it works. Okay, let me see. Can you draft an email in my Gmail account to invite my friend Ronak. Again, I'm taking the same name. Okay. abc@gmail.com. I'm giving a dummy email. Okay. To in for dinner at my place on 27th July 2026. Okay. Let's see what it does. Yeah, I'll explain. I'll explain. Okay. See, I told you there was a limitation, right? I told you there is a limitation that okay, it removed actually. Yeah, it removed actually. Okay, it does not have access. Okay. But if you do this thing, okay, if you do this thing, it will allow you to directly create an email, a draft in your email. Okay. Let me reach out again. A team, can you respond to the chat that I've asked? Aishwarya, which I'll take every example. Canva also we will be doing. Okay. Go to the draft messages and you'll be able to see. It is absolutely free. If it is asking you to pay, please sign in using a different account. I think the person is reachable. Let me check. Just give me a second, guys. Okay. Sorry for the inconvenience. Just give me 1 minute. Let me resolve this and then we'll continue. Okay.